Welcome to Real Talk Wrestling. I'm your host, Josh. With me, Miami Clutch PE and Ginger Americano. I know you're a big supporter of the Latin community. Chris, what did you eat today? You getting Cuban sandwiches? What you got? You got some chicken and rice. What did you eat today, man?
I went down to Ybor and had some tacos.
Of course you did. I know you are. If anyone asks me something about Chris Colifer, like he loves tacos. Like I
I
don't know
do.
why. I know you do. I do too.
I had the day off. I went down to Ybor and I just said I'm gonna walk
I knew it.
around till I find a spot, and that spot was calling to me. So
No joke, Clutch. We didn't talk about this pre. I just knew. I had a freaking feeling because that's the majority. I love. Hey, I had a Cuban sandwich for lunch. Just to let everyone
yeah.
know, Cubans are awesome. Pressed
Yes.
Cubans, the best. What about you, man? What was your lunch schedule like over there, Clutch?
I mean, lunch schedule is like pretty light. I'll get my big meal like during the night, and then I'll be fine. So it's like whatever I find, honestly. Like I'm not a true like Dutch person because I'm in the Netherlands. So like they'll eat like weird sandwiches like at night, and then they'll be good. But I'll eat like I don't know some Hispanic stuff that I remember from back home, and just eat.
That's good stuff, man. Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you guys have ice cubes over there?
What?
Like, okay, so
Yes, we have ice cream.
so So, a little context. I was listening to a podcast, and someone's like, "Oh, the WWE guys are back and gals are back in the States." And he's like, "The 3 weeks." He goes, he said, "3 weeks. These poor people didn't have one single ice cube because apparently he went to across the seas, and they don't have ice cubes over there. So, I apparently that was a thing, or it's known for that. I didn't know that was knowledge. So I guess that's debunked. That podcaster is an idiot. Doesn't know anything because there's ice cubes overseas. I honestly was shocked that he said that. Like I was like, "What? They don't have ice over there?" I don't know.
Yes, we have ice.
That's what I figured. Listen, now I look like the idiot. But what's new? We are breaking down WrestleMania 41, night 1 and night 2. We are going to make our predictions. There's 14 matches, 13 official. One will be made tomorrow night on SmackDown as Randy Orton gave Nick Aldis the task of giving him a match or else. So we'll go through that. We're going to do something different today. We're going to list our winners, but we're also going to give our confidence level, as in, I think this person's going to win, and I am this confident. 14 is the max, 1 is the lowest confident level. So, and we're going to rank them that way. So I have a chance to win for once, according to Chris Koffler. Play along if you want. Throw out the winners in the chat as we go through the matches. Without further ado, it's going to be a long night. Let's do the first match. Night 1. I don't know if I'm going to try to guess what I think is going to open the show. So I'll just go least interesting to most interesting, in my opinion. So we'll start with the War Raiders versus the New Day for the Raw Tag Champions, I guess. Clutch, I'll start with you because I know you said you weren't excited for the show. You were on No Holds Barred, by the way. He was on Saturday night.
Yeah.
I think you said you were not interested in this matchup so much. So that's why we started with the first. War Raiders New Day. Who wins this match?
Okay, so I got the New Day because honestly, they probably should have won these titles a while ago, and the War Raiders aren't doing anything. So yeah, for those reasons, I got the New Day and confidence points. I guess I'll give it a solid 11.
Solid 11. So you're very confident
Yeah,
New Day
pretty.
is going to win this championship. Okay. All right. That's interesting because this one to me is like the least amount of build out of any of these matches. And I feel like they fumbled the New Day so much. I think a lot of fans lost interest in them. I think one of Triple H's, you know how we all have pet projects or projects on the side that we want to make sure we work out on. Like Vince was Austin Theory. He wanted Austin Theory to be a thing. I think Triple H is in love with the War Raiders. I think he wants them to be up there as like, oh, these are one of the best tag teams in WWE. I think he wants them to get there because he took them from the Viking experience or the Viking Raiders and said, no, we're going to go back to what I envisioned you as a cool tag team. So that reason alone, I'm thinking War Raiders retain. And I do think that they keep their role going. And I'm going to put a confidence level at a 1. This is my least confident match because I have no clue.
All right. So for myself, I share a little bit of thought between both of you on this one, actually. Um, Looking through all the matches for this one, you just said it was for the Raw Tag
I
Team
think
Championship.
so. Is it Raw? Is it Raw,
Yeah,
Clutch?
bro.
Yeah, it's Raw.
Yep, which just goes to show how I feel like irrelevant this feud has been. You said there wasn't much of a build. I actually looked at this match and I was like, oh, that must be a SmackDown feud because I don't even remember that. It wasn't until just this moment when you said it was for the Raw tag team. I'm like, you know what? I have seen that on, but I've just completely forgot about it because it just doesn't feel important, which is weird for the New Day. As Clutch said, though, it kind of feels like the War Raiders aren't doing much with it. It looks like they're trying to find a new groove for the New Day, this whole heel thing. And that's probably what they need to make them feel special again. So I agree with Clutch and the fact that I have the New Day winning over the War Raiders. But Josh, I agree with you. My confidence rating on this is a solid 1. This is
Right on.
my lowest confidence out of all of them because I barely know what's going on with this feud. It just looking at all these other matches, it just seems almost like the one of, if not the most irrelevant match on the card.
There's 2 matches that should be cut from WrestleMania and just put on SmackDown or Raw or wherever, and they both involve tag team championships. And this is definitely one of them. We'll get to the other one that's on night 2, so we won't talk about the women's tag team championship till later on in the show. If you're waiting for Liv Morgan talk, of course, right? But I mean, I want to talk Liv Morgan. I think, by the way, in the DMs at our DM chat on Twitter, Mariah, don't be sleeping on Mariah May. She is, to me, a top 3 woman in the entire industry right now. She's freaking amazing. So if she went to WWE and well produced and was on track, and no one watching this knows what we're talking about, she'd be up there with the top. I'm confident in that, Clutch. I'm 14 confidence level on that.
Fair enough. I'm just not that educated, I guess, because I don't watch her. So it was
She's
like,
great.
yeah,
Her
if she's
mic works great.
love
Yeah,
it.
the way she carries herself. I would invite you to watch her because she is actually she's fun to watch, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Josh actually for once is for real on his AEW sell here. I know normally it falls flat, but he actually has a point with Mariah May.
Yes. All right. The next match on this card that we're going to go over is not a mask versus mask match per se, but we have Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. To me, this is going to be a super fun match. You have stolen the gimmick over there, El Ginger, so I'll let you go first. Who do you think is going to win this match? And do you think, this is just a bonus question, do you think any mask is coming off at WrestleMania?
This match, I feel like you could make a case for this match going either way. An opinion of where I think it could go and then where I think it should go kind of go in 2 different directions. But I just feel like on one hand, it's WrestleMania. It's Rey Mysterio. He's always a feel-good win. It's probably going to win, but I just can't bring myself to pick him. I got the gimmick here, like you said. I got to go with El Grande Americano. It feels like he should win because, like, if he loses, then what was all this for? Like, what was the point of it? Is this going to be another Chad Gable thing where they build him up and then just ruin his character? I mean, we just saw that happen again where he ended up in the back shot. Like, they gotta do something. They got something here. It's fairly interesting. It's not maybe top of the card interesting, but it's a good mid card thing to have going on right now. What would be the point of Rey Mysterio winning this match? I don't see a point. I think El Grande Americano should win. Just like last year, I was kind of picking with my heart with Sammy, and it turned out to be right. I'm going to pick El Grande Americano, but I can only go as high as 5 on my confidence.
Fair enough. Man, Chris, I don't like that well, I guess we're not. First match we were wrong, but Clutch, I'm gonna go with you. Well, you didn't answer the question, Chris. Does anyone get
and the
demasked?
mask thing. I really hope not. Well, I definitely hope not for El Grande Americano. I don't want it to get revealed already. That would be a Vince thing. Like that was way too short. They should go on longer. It's still interesting. Does he do it to Ray? Let's just go with yes. I'll say he does it to Ray. He tries to rip Ray's mask off to really build some heel heat.
Clutch. That's some crazy words over there by El Ginger Americano. Do you agree with any of that? That's crazy.
Okay, maybe not unmasking Rey Mysterio. I was going down this entire WrestleMania card and I was like, usually I'm able to like have an inkling on where to go, and a lot of these matches I actually don't, which is weird.
Yep.
Which I guess is a good thing. So I'm leaning more towards Americano because it hasn't been that long, and you want to keep this a little bit more interesting. Ray can still get somehow like the upper hand maybe after the match, and then there might still be an unmasking, but like post match. I'll go with Americano, but I can't give it more than a confidence level of 3.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair. So I have a confidence level. I'll put out at 5. I'm right there with you, Chris, because I didn't know what to do with it. Because I'm also going. First off, can we get some respect in the chat? Chad Gable doesn't have a match. Chad Gable does not have a WrestleMania match.
I don't know why we're talking Chad Gable right now.
I don't know what DSG is in there. I don't know what he's thinking. But I think El Grande Americano has to win this match because it has not gone long enough. I do think we need more shenanigans on Raw. I think this is something fun for Rey Mysterio to do because at the end of the day, if you think about it, LWO, they haven't really done anything. They've been just as dull as American Made. And I think if they continue this feud and they continue it and they go on and you make Ray even more upset and Dragon Lee and all these characters, it's going to be better when Chad does get demasked. Grande. When he does get demasked, because it will mean so much more.
Yep.
Now, just because it's at WrestleMania doesn't mean this is where it would mean the most. No, it could be a Backlash. It could be a Crown Jewel. It could be literally anywhere because WWE's proved it time and time again since the Triple H era. Every event is special. Every event's a big thing. There's no longer these throwaway PLEs. There's no longer these, I guess this doesn't matter because they're all rematches from the last pay-per-view. It doesn't work like that anymore. Every pay-per-view is special, PLE is special. So therefore, I think El Grande can win this match. Ray can still look strong or look not foolish, especially if American Made cheats. He can get a roll-up win or however it may be, and then the feud continues. So I'm going confidence level 5, El Grande Americano.
Okay. This is one of those ones, just real quick. This story doesn't need to end at WrestleMania. A lot of it, we see WrestleMania as the end to a lot of stories, as it should be for a lot of them, but this isn't one of them.
No. And I don't think Ray should be the one to get the upper hand. Shouldn't it be Dragon Lee? Like, aren't we supposed to be building Stars Clutch? Like, shouldn't Dragon Lee and all these other guys be doing this stuff? Ray's great. I get it. But, man, we need to start building these other guys.
Yeah, plus they had like an angle during Raw where they actually fully unmasked Dragon Lee, where it didn't show his face, obviously, but you would think there would be some retribution there. So I like the way of thinking that you're going with there.
Perfect. All right, so we have the first ever singles match that involves 2 women that is not for a world championship or any kind of title at all, actually. It's Jade Cargill on WrestleMania. This is Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Naomi's recently turned heel. Jade is Jade, right? Is that her first WrestleMania singles match ever? Last year she wrestled on a tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's her debut match as a singles. So I'm gonna go first this time. So I don't, because Chris, here's what Clutch. Let me explain to you and all the viewers. Here's what's gonna happen. Chris is going to go first most of the time, and he's going to say eventually down the road that I copied his confidence points. So therefore, I'm keeping it close. Like he's going to just blame me and just say that I'm doing all these nefarious things. So I'll go first a couple times more, so he can cheat off of me.
I mean, I've already got mine right here. I got it all.
Yeah, well, you'll just blame me. So I think Jade's going over. I think Jade has to win this match. Now, this goes against my, well, why do you turn someone heel and then immediately beat her? Because I don't think Naomi's the final opponent. I think she's a stepping stone to the final opponent, which is Bianca Belair. I think that's where we have to go. Eventually we have to circle back after Bianca does her thing with this match with Rhea and all these people. She has to circle back around because that's not over yet. That was never resolved. It's been touched upon a couple times in promos stating that, she had to sit there and watch her two best friends fight. Nothing's been addressed with Bianca. So I think this is a stepping stone. You need to make Jade look good and strong, and she could beat confident women like a Naomi. That's why they did Naomi first. Because if she just goes in there with Bianca, we'd all laugh. Like, come on, this isn't real. So she has to prove that she could beat a Naomi to then get up there to beat Bianca. And I think that's a confidence level 4. Because, I mean, you don't turn someone heel and have them lose right away. That's bad booking. But I do think Jade needs to win this.
Okay.
So who wants to go next?
I'll go up next. So I also have Jade Cargill going over in this match. And more so just for the reason of like who kind of in the same sense of El Grande Americano, we're going to use this stage to build a star, to build a storyline. And it just coming out of it, like Naomi winning, what does that do for anybody? Nothing really. But Jade was always going to be somebody that they want to make a big star. She's got the look. So I just feel like she's the one that they're going to want to push over in this match. I don't have a whole lot to say on it though, but that's why it's at my confidence level of 2.
2. Okay.
2.
We're going.
Jade Cargill.
Night 1 is a lot of low numbers.
Yeah. Well, you remember you said the matches that are not as exciting.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Clutch, are you gonna break? Are you gonna be different? Are you gonna pick Naomi?
Everything in my heart wants to pick Naomi because I like Naomi a lot. But I don't think I can pick Naomi. Because I think it's Jade's first WrestleMania match. For a lot of the reasons you guys already talked about. They want her to be a big star. And I think she'll just get the win. Plus, she was the, I guess, victim in the whole storyline. Got put through a glass, like, for a windshield. I don't know if it was real glass or not, by the way.
Cry me a river.
So she has to get her, I guess, get back and make it culminate at WrestleMania. Give her like a nice little feel good for her after coming back. So I'll go with Jade. And I'll just to beat you a little bit, confidence level 6.
Okay. All right. Pretty confident. That's all right. Hey, listen, I get it. You need to get that upper hand on me, Clutch. That's why you're going next. You're going first next, by the way. This next match. Because this is a lot of people are picking, like, it's one-sided. And we're going to go with the United States Championship match, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. I know everybody wants one person to win this match. Isn't it crazy how over LA Knight was? And now we're like, this guy's way more over, and we want this guy to win more. So versus Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. Clutch, I'm going to go with you. I know you're a big Jacob Fatu guy. That's why I wanted to start with you. Who wins this match?
I think it's no-brainer. He's just so over, and I think he's done really good in the short time he's been in WWE. And to the point where he should win a title. I think LA Knight's reign this time around as US champion has been a little bit flatter than his original, which was very good. And I wouldn't mind a fast-ish switch of the title. So I just think Jacob gets his moment at WrestleMania. They finally give him a one-on-one match. I think he should win it, and I think he will win it. So I pick Jacob. Confidence level, I'll say 8.
Pretty high. It's pretty high. I thought you were gonna go higher though. I thought you were gonna be up there.
I wanted to, but I was like, let me be realistic.
And I get it. Like Jacob is the over guy. It's so funny. Like it's so funny that LA Knight was the over guy. Like I said, like a year ago, and now he has a title and he's doing all these things and he's not as over anymore. I don't know if people are getting tired of him. I don't know if people got tired of watching him lose all the time. Let's be honest here. He was booked to lose like every match, and it was hard for him to get over, but he was still getting over. I think this leads to an LA Knight. Now, not this match particularly. I'm just saying this is going to lead to him turning heel. Because let's be honest, we love LA Knight, yeah, but he's a better heel than he is babyface. And I think his babyface run has lasted way too long. So I'm going to go Jacob Fatu as well. My confidence level is a 10. I'm going full 10, double digits. Got to hit that double digit mark eventually. So that's my first one. Yeah, this is a no-brainer to me. Chris.
All right. So for this one, kind of some of the same stuff you guys already said. Just looking at, I always look at who does it make more sense? Who are you trying to build off of coming out of WrestleMania? Who's got a story to finish, whatever the case may be. I think this is building another star. LA Knight, he had his time. He was interesting. He was super over last year. I don't really hear or see a whole lot about LA Knight like I did last year at this time. I felt like he was the most over last year. And now he's kind of forgotten. And Fatu, he's been nonstop winning, I feel like, right? I mean, has he lost? Can you pick a time where he's lost recently?
That'd be a clutch question. He's on SmackDown more.
Yeah.
I can't think of a moment where he's been pinned.
Yeah.
I think maybe in a tag team match he's probably lost, but not been the guy to get pinned. But
he lost in War Games, right? Was he in War Games?
Yeah.
I mean, he lost. He's on a losing team.
He was on a losing team, but he's not the one taking the loss, and this is a one-on-one match. So I think they're going to keep that going. I think he's going to win, and I'm going to outdo you both, and I'm going to put a confidence level 13 on this one.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Who are you saving that 14 for? That's my question, Chris. Are we going to get there night one? We'll find out. The next match. That's why Kaiser's in my DMs. Yeah, right. Dream on, lady. No one's in your DMs. Charlotte Flair versus Tiffy Stratton for the women's SmackDown whatever championship that is over there. Is that the what is that over? The WWE Women's Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship? I'm sorry.
It's the WWE Women's Championship.
There we go. WWE Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair versus Tiffy. We still have one more segment to go. Hopefully it's just as... Do you think they put them in the ring again together? Like, do you think they risk that at all? Or do you think on SmackDown it's just going to be two separate promos or two... Because they can't do that again. They can't. Clutch, is this going to happen again?
They might just do on SmackDown. They might just do one of those like this is why I'll win at WrestleMania kind of like separate promos. I don't know if it's a video package kind of thing or maybe backstage, but very separately because that it's been a train wreck.
See, if I was Triple H, I would easily book. This is how I would open SmackDown, by the way. And this is going to sound ridiculous, but I would have Charlotte Flair come out of her limo and then walk and walk. You know how they do those things. And she could walk past Kaiser. And as Kaiser just sees her, just throw up real quick. Like, can you just throw up in the trash? I don't know. And then I would be satisfied with SmackDown. That would be awesome. Thanks, Justin. Just let everyone know, by the way, watching, I am pulling an all-nighter. For me, at least. I will be on Justin Toner's wrestling show, Ruckus Wrestling. Go ahead and plug it in the chat. Sorry if I'm bad. I'm bad with names, Justin. I've been on your show once before. I cannot wait to do it again. 9 p.m. I have not seen 9 p.m. in a very, very long time on a weekday. So I'm staying up late doing Justin Toner's show. We're also going to be talking WrestleMania. So all-nighter for me, guys. Clutch. I don't know if you're going to be up that late. But Charlotte and Tiffy, this was hard. because I think I had Charlotte penciled in as a winner. I thought she was going to win this title. And as management sees the way she's acting and just why would you reward her for this? So I changed my mind on the fly. I think Tiffy has to win this match. But if Charlotte's going to beat her dad's record, which I think they're going to eventually do, she needs to start winning titles soon. She's, how many more years left? How many more times she getting injured? Yada, yada, yada. But I'm going to go Tiffy, but my confidence level is very low at 2 because it's Charlotte. It's Charlotte in WrestleMania. That means one thing. She's burying somebody. So I'm going to stick with Tiffy, confidence level 2. Chris, how say you?
All right. This was a match I was kind of torn on. Similar to the Grande Americano, Rey Mysterio, you got one person, like you just said, it's WrestleMania. That's usually Rey Mysterio time. That's usually Charlotte time. If it were still Vince running things, I would put it as Charlotte with a very high confidence number if it were Vince. But it's not. It's Triple H now. I feel like he does the right thing more than he does the wrong thing. And I think after that last promo, he would have to look at it and say, this is not the time for Charlotte right now. Because what would that do? If she ends up winning, nobody's going to care whatsoever. It's going to be one of those, like, not even like she's a heel for the wrong reasons. It's because we genuinely don't like you, which is a problem. It's not like we're booing your character, but we actually like you as a person. So I have Tiffy going over. But because it's Charlotte, it's just so hard to say for sure that they're going to turn their back on her at WrestleMania. So I gave this a confidence level of 4 for Tiffy.
Interesting. Now, Clutch, I'm actually very interested in how you because you don't open up a bunch about your hatred towards Charlotte. Not sure if you even have any. Like, I really don't know where you stand on Charlotte. So I'm really curious where you land here because I know you like Tiffy.
Yeah. I don't have hatred towards Charlotte to start off. I like her enough in the ring. On the mic, I think she's regressed a lot, like a whole lot. And it's been a train wreck. And it's been more, I think Tiffany also can share some of the blame for it being messy because it was apparently both of them went off script in that one promo at least. But I still think Charlotte's more at fault here. Just the way, man, plus she's the veteran. She should know better. And I already had Tiffany in as the winner before that. And what happened with the promo gives me even more confidence that she will be the winner for this match, which leads me to picking Tiffany with a confidence level of 14.
Ooh, the massive 14 has been taken by Clutch.
That's my 14.
That's crazy. Man, it's so hard for me. When Charlotte, listen, it's like Patrick Mahomes, right? The Chiefs. It don't matter who they're playing. They have a shot to win that game. A better shot than they have a 51% chance on most teams, 90 on the rest. Charlotte's like the same thing. She won't go away. She's a cockroach. It won't go away. She's going to win a title eventually, right? She's going to win another title eventually. So we'll see. We're all going Tiffy there. All right. So we have the 2 main events, 2 biggest matches of the night. We'll start with the World Heavyweight Championship, Yeet, right? Jey Uso versus Gunther, Yeet. Do you like how he stops every 5 seconds for them to go Yeet, Clutch? Like, I get it sometimes, but do you like it every single time? Because, man.
Not every single time. And I think we kind of talked about this. I think it might have been on No Holds Barred. Or, yeah, not sure. That most of the times I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I mean, because this is Jey Uso, and that's what they go for with him. And he's cool. He's fun. He's a little goofy, which is good. But there was the promo, not this past Monday, but the Monday before that, where he was supposed to be serious. Like, hey, you put my brother in the hospital. my mom asked me why couldn't you help him or something like that, and like his blood is on my hands, and just the crowd is just trying to go yeet the entire time, and he was trying to shush the crowd. The crowd wouldn't listen, and it kind of got messy a little bit. So I don't like it for every time. I think there's a time and a place, and more so than not, there it is the time and the place, but just not like in those situations. And it kind of took away from the segment the other week. So that's I don't like it that much, but what can you do once you like open that can of worms and like bring out that monster from the crowd? Like it's gonna stick around.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jay's promos. I'm not going to go and trash his promos at all. His work needs work. Like his actual in-ring work obviously is not great, but I like him as a person. That's why I'm going first here, and I think he's going to win this match. I know DSG is a big Gunther guy in the chat. I know, it's very, very plausible Gunther wins this match. Very, very plausible. I already listed the reasons why on previous episodes. If you haven't watched, I'll go ahead and say it real quick. It's not main eventing the show. It's going to be hard. And I know we're going to bring up Kofi Mania, and I get it. I really get it. But it's going to be so hard if this match is in the middle of the card or the third, whatever the match it is. It's going to be hard after Jay wins and the emotion and the yeet and 70,000, 60,000 people, and then they have to go to the next match. That's going to be so hard on the fans, at least. And as a moment for Jey Uso, it should be closing the show if he's winning this title. But I understand why it's not. I totally get it. So I'm still going Jey Uso. My confidence level is at a 12. It's not the highest, right? There's two more higher. I'm saving those for later. But yes, a 12 Jey Uso. We're yeeting. Gunther's been an amazing champion. It's time for him to move on, do something else a little bit. He said it himself. He's been a champion 80% of the time in there. Let's see if he could do stuff. Let's see if he can get over without a prop. Let's see if that can work. I know it will. So Jey Uso, 12. Chris, how about you?
Wow. 12 for Jey Uso.
Right? Am I Michael Cole in it? Am I doing good like Michael Cole? That's the problem with Cole. He doesn't do this. He literally just, and it looks weird, Michael. Get some rhythm, bro. Put your head into it, right?
He also has his hands too straight out. I noticed that in the last show. He needs to like a little bend in his elbow there. He looks like a robot, like just putting two. Anyways,
loosen up a little.
Real bad. So for this match, what makes most sense for me coming out of this one was tough for me. Okay, let me start with the confidence level on this one. I'm going to go confidence level, then winner. This was my number 3.
Oh,
this one, we've hit all of my bottom 5 now. This was number 3 for me, though, because I was just looking at it. You have a couple different things that they've done over the last few years. You brought it up on the previous show. Cody. Oh, did I lose you there for a second?
I'm still here.
No, my screen went blank for a second there. But you had Cody and his first WrestleMania against Roman. Everyone thought he was going to win, and he didn't. And it was the right call. A lot of people were disappointed, but there was still more story to tell there. But is it going to be a Kofi Mania moment? Is it going to be a Daniel Bryan moment because he's so super over with the crowd? Or should we keep Gunther going on his championship reign? Is there more story that we could tell? The chase is always better than after they, get where they're going. So with a confidence level of 3, I'm going to take Gunther.
Oh,
over Jay.
Look at that. Way to go against the grain. DSG, you're just playing, dude. You're just playing to the crowd. I get it, brother. It's cool, right? You got to do it. Charlotte can learn from you. Charlotte,
Yep.
you take some notes, Charlotte, if you're watching. Anyway, Clutch, how about you, man? That's crazy. Gunther.
But low confidence.
I feel like we're picking a lot of the same people, but I have a feeling that changed later on. But for now, I think it's going to be Jay. He's faced Gunther already more than a few times and lost. So, like, my logic is, like, he's due for one. And what better way to do it than at WrestleMania? Plus, he's still over as hell. I don't think somebody in the chat said he was on the decline. I don't think he is.
I think he's just as over with the crowd as he was before. And I saw a report also, I saw Justin said this, that they're going to open the show. And if you're not going to close, I think the best thing you can do is open.
Nope.
And at least set the tone for WrestleMania. And I think that's the best way to do it, with Jey Uso winning the championship. And that's why I'm going with Jey. Maybe not a confidence level as high as you, Josh, but I'll give it a 10.
10. There we go. Love it.
That's,
Love it, man.
That's a good point that you made there. That was something I meant to throw in there too. If we were like live picking these and not ahead of time, if I saw that this match was opening, I would probably switch to Jey Uso. So its placement on the card, I do feel, is relevant for that reason, because they're not closing. Usually get a feel good match to open the show, something that gets the crowd up and happy. So, I'm still going to stay with my pick of Gunther. You can put that down on your little score sheet. But if it does open the match, just know I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Jey.
Yeah. A lot of disclaimers over there, Chris. I get you. It happened. I expect this from you. Guys, my background's fading away because I don't have enough light in here. So if I do fade away, I'm sorry. I'm not Thanos scene. I'll still be here. So the main event
location is going to be revealed.
Yes, it's going to be a green screen. Night one main event. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, for the love and trust of Paul Heyman. If you were on Blue Sky today, you saw my prediction of who's going to win, because I did throw it out there. Because if you didn't know, and if you're in fantasy football, Scott Fish Bowl, Fantasy Cares, they're putting on a WrestleMania contest. You can enter it. They're giving away a WrestleMania shirt for the winner, right? It's all for charity. So if you want to go there, it's a cheap plug, scottfishbowl.com. I did make my predictions there, but I had more fun on those. And I'm going to start again because I'm going to drop a bomb, and no one's going to be able to duplicate or copy me. This is a bomb, and it's going to happen. But I do think one of you people, one of you guys in here, or maybe someone in the chat, will agree with me. Confidence level 14. I'm going for the win here. I don't need to go for the win. I don't need to go a Hail Mary here, but I'm going to do it just to prove a point. Because I made a prediction a long time ago that Seth Rollins is going to cash in and win the World Heavyweight Championship against Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar in that triple threat match. Seth Rollins is winning this match. He's going to be the victor because he's the only one that could benefit the most from a win. And who's taken more losses to top stars in big moments other than Drew than Seth Rollins? He deserves this win. He needs this win. Seth Rollins is pinning Roman Reigns. And Paul Heyman's going to walk out with Seth Rollins on the side. And they're going to be the new power. And Seth Rollins winning this match is best for business. Confidence level 14. Easy.
Wow.
Easy. Seth deserves it. He deserves it. He's been taking pins and putting people over way too often. That little secondary title run that he had wasn't enough to be. It wasn't enough. He needs more. He needs to pin Roman in the biggest show of the damn year, and it has to happen. Has to. Who wants to go next? Who wants to follow that? Yeet.
That's tough to follow, but I'll give it a shot. So I agree that Seth he deserves this. And he really does, because a lot of people were saying last year he was the MVP of WrestleMania because he helped put all this together selflessly in order to get the ultimate goal of Cody finishing his story. And it was great. And he's been doing this not just for past WrestleMania, but for the past few years. With all that said, I don't think he's winning the match. Apologies to Seth. What's better than finally main eventing WrestleMania? I think it's main eventing and winning at WrestleMania. I think CM Punk wins. And I'll give that not a high confidence level as you guys did, as you did with 14, sorry. I'll give it a confidence level of 6.
Okay. All right. So what you're telling me is middle of the road. Do you think Punk's? That's fine. That's fine. Because Punk would be my second winner. If I, say, who do you think has the second best chance? CM Punk. I think either way, Roman's not winning this match. I think either way, Roman's taking the pin. I guarantee it. Roman's taking the pin no matter what. Like, that's a lock. That's confidence level 14 as well. Chris, how about you?
Well-
Oh, you want to go? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was having everybody's like been talking about Seth Punk. I don't know what Chris is gonna go with, but wouldn't it be crazy if just out of nowhere just Roman comes out with the win? Nobody's talked about it. I think weirdly enough, it hasn't happened in years. Roman's the underdog in this match. Nobody has picked him.
Before we get to Chris, David, I haven't seen you in the chat, so welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because we do come on live. We have 2 wrestling shows on the network, Thursday nights and Saturday nights. And if you're already subscribed, thanks. I sent for seeing you here. So he said CM Punk. It only makes sense for CM Punk to win this match. I disagree. There's nothing for him to. It doesn't forward his character or his story. So what if Paul Heyman stays by his side and babyface Paul Heyman and they win and they're happy? Woo, what drama? What story can go from that? Then what? Right? Roman Reigns already pushed Paul Heyman down. Roman Reigns already denounced Paul Heyman from his life, pretty much. Right? I know he didn't, but he was at a swerve. Right? I doubt it. So if CM Punk wins this match, they hold hands, they're skipping down the hallway like little schoolgirls. What's the point of that? There's no story. The story's over then. CM Punk wins. Now, if Seth wins and he walks away with Paul Heyman, now we're like, oh, I can't wait to watch Raw. Oh, I'll even watch SmackDown for that. Right? I don't watch SmackDown. So the point is, that's what gains here. Seth Rollins, the heel, finally turning full heel. Paul Heyman going back to his ways of a full heel. That's best for business. Seth already said it. Dude, there's so many hints of him winning this match. It's crazy. Now, Roman winning, that could obviously work as well, but we've seen that millions of times. This is Seth's time to shine, guys. Let's let it happen. That's all. How say you, Chris?
Honestly, I think you could make somewhat of a case for all 3 of them.
Of course.
I mean, this is one of those matches like you were just kind of building off of. Anyone could win this match. Yeah, you could say Punk getting his WrestleMania moment. He's main eventing. I always imagine though when CM Punk gets his true WrestleMania moment that it's a very important one-on-one match with somebody. That's when I see him getting over in a main event WrestleMania. Roman, man, he's been main eventing WrestleManias for how many years now? Like 6-7 years, whatever it is now. It's been done. I think he's his character definitely cooled off from last year's WrestleMania. And I just think we'll see a swerve because it's always about who is Paul Heyman aligning with. Is it going to be Punk? Is it going to be Roman? And I think maybe we'll see a swerve and he does end up with Seth. And Seth finally does get to go over because, like you said, he's been putting in the work for years, putting people over constantly. And I think it's time for him to be the guy at the top of the card again.
So you're going Seth?
So I'm going with Seth, but I'm only going to put that as high as a 7.
See that, Clutch? See how you followed me? See? See that? I saw your spreadsheet earlier. You hid your winners earlier when you sent me that text.
Oh, I didn't have them picked out yet.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
I sent you the picture and then I started picking my winners.
That was night 1. We're already 44 minutes in. I know we always shut it down after this, but we're going to keep on going strong, but we're not going to take as long on these smaller matches. So night 2, to me, night 2 is the weaker card. I'll just say it. Night 2 is the weaker card. So let's get into it. Off the top, we're going to go with the non-official match. The non-official match that we know is going to happen. Randy Orton versus Vacant. Now, Vacant, he loses a lot. He wins a lot. Right? Up and down, up and down. So we don't know who it's going to be. That being said, Clutch, do you have an idea of who it's going to be and who's winning this match?
It can range from so many like different outcomes here. you can go simple and go with Solo Sikoa, but I think if you did, it would have already been announced because with their little brawl or whatever that how they like were going at each other on SmackDown. So probably not that. It can be a returning guy like Rusev or Aleister Black, or you can just go with the most simple scenario, which I think would be kind of cool, is just go with Nick Aldis. He can wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea, but I genuinely, this is one of the ones where I have no idea who this mystery person is. And that's why I'm just going to pick Randy Orton to win. And with a confidence level of 1. Because I have no clue. The factor that I have no clue who it can be has my confidence borderline 0 at this.
I don't hate that. I'm gonna go Orton as well as the winner. And my confidence level, I'll just throw it out there. It's gonna be 13. Like I think this is a lock. I think no matter who he throws out there, he's gonna win. He's 2 over, and I think it's gonna be Sami Zayn. I think eventually it has to be. He's doing nothing. He probably had like a vacation or something planned, whatever, and they're like, "Hey, man, like we need someone." And Sammy the story could easily be like, I hate Kevin. We had our differences, but he's still my best friend. Blah blah blah. I'll fight. Whatever. I don't know how it could be. We'll do this in honor of our friend Kevin. I don't know how it's going to be because they broke kayfabe on TV like they did. Why not just have a match with his best friend instead? I don't know. Who knows? I just feel like if you bring in Miro or Malachi Black or Aleister Black and they debut and you make them lose, that kills them. That's what Tony Khan does. And if you bring in Miro and Aleister Black and they're not big enough to beat Randy Orton, like that's just how I go. So Sami Zayn is big enough to beat Randy Orton. Chris, I'll say you.
I'll keep it quick. I have no idea who Randy's going to face, but I'm taking Randy and confidence level of 12. Because I just don't. I don't see him
You guys
losing.
are very confident.
Yeah.
Who's out there? Who's the free agent out there, Clutch, that you're like, oh, this guy, like Malachi Black, Aleister Black, he's done nothing.
Because, basically the reason you say, I don't think they're going to bring someone back to have them lose at WrestleMania. So whoever they're going to just throw in somebody, Randy's going to beat them.
I will say this for just specifically Aleister Black. I think it's understated how much of a Triple H guy he was. Like back in NXT, he was the Triple H guy. And it's a shame what they did to him on the main roster. And I wouldn't look past Triple H trying to right that wrong, because that was probably, I put Aleister Black as the biggest main roster fumble in WWE history. Like the NXT call-up, the biggest fumble ever, because that was pretty bad. I would have said Adam Cole, but he never got called up. So I think it was a big fumble, and I think I wouldn't put it past Triple H to rectify that.
Other big Triple H guys in NXT, Ciampa, now they're comedy acts. Let's put it there. Seriously, like I would love Al if they built Aleister Black as a massive heel and got over. I love Aleister Black. I think that would be great. It's hard. It's hard because it's Randy Orton, right? He's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the best of all time. So it's hard for him to lose Malachi. Who could? I don't know. We'll talk about it later. I guess we'll watch the show. There's so much to go on. Styles versus Logan Paul. I think Paul wins. But the thing with Paul, I do want to get this off my chest. We need substance. I see someone calling for it in the chat. We see someone say, I need Cap for Life said, I need substance. I need substance with Logan Paul. I'm tired of these feuds where I'm just better than you and I'm younger than you and I became a star in 2 months and it took you 20 years on the road. Like, I'm so sick of that story. I want real substance. I want real story. I want real feuds, like a Swerve and Page, or not on that level. You probably can't get on that level, but something where it matters instead of I'm just the young guy who's better than you. I'm tired of that. That's been Logan Paul's entire career in WWE. I want some personal issues going into 2025. Real feuds. It's the same feud every single time. Over it. I think Logan Paul could do it really well. Clutch, am I crazy? But by the way, Logan Paul, confidence level 6. By the way, Clutch.
Okay. Um, I always hate how good Logan is because I'm not a fan of him outside of the ring at all. And I hate how good he can be in the ring. But he does have that repetitive story of I'm just better than you. I have all these followers. And it's the same thing over and over. I think it's gonna be, by the way, I think it's gonna be a great match because I think AJ still has a lot in the tank in the ring, as proven by back in Backlash against Cody. They had a great match together, and I think they can put a great match together with Logan Paul. This one I was not too confident about. I could see a world where AJ can go over, but I would still lean towards Logan for this one with a low-ish confidence level of 4.
4. So Logan Paul 4. Chris, how about you?
Yep. Taking a look at this one, AJ Styles. I feel like he's a little bit in the Seth Rollins, Sammy area, and the fact that he's a big star, he's really good. He's somebody who can afford to lose, though, and he'll be just fine. Logan Paul, it seems like they're trying to push him. This would just get, and AJ Styles is like a fan favorite, right? Like everybody loves AJ Styles. And Logan Paul getting a win over him on the biggest stage, I think would just further push his heel heat. So I got Logan Paul at a 10.
Oh, double digits. I like it. Double digits. All right, next we're going to go to the Liv and Raquel, Bailey, Valkyria. I'm going Liv and Raquel, confidence level 3. That's all I got. Who wants to go next?
On this match, I really don't have a lot. It's just weird to me that they put Lyra and Bailey, like, weren't they just fighting each other not that long ago? Is this? I hope they don't do the can they coexist thing. That's not going to be a thing, right? That was a Vince thing, right? We're not going to push that.
Sure.
But I don't know. Do they have a story after WrestleMania, the two of them together? I don't know that they do. So I got Liv and Raquel at an 8. I think they have more to tell, more of a story to tell than Bailey and
Clutch. What you got over here?
Yeah, I'll keep it short, I guess, because Lyra already has a title. She doesn't need another one. She's already struggling enough to make it interesting as it is with one title. All respect to her because she's great in the ring.
Bullshit, DSG. I am not missing Liv Morgan wrestle any match. Period.
That's fair
Plain
enough.
and simple.
So I just don't see it. And
Sorry,
the tag team of Bailey and Lyra is kind of clunky because they just face each other. It doesn't make any sense. I'm taking Liv and Raquel with a confidence level of 13.
Boom, 13, using up his big boy stuff. We have 1, 2, 3 more matches to go. One is going to be the Sin City street fight. They're going to be fighting on the streets. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. This match is going to go down. I said on No Holds Barred. This feud, this WrestleMania is going to go down as what a waste of Drew McIntyre against Damian Priest. Well, I say no way. I like Damian Priest. I think this is a good matchup. I think that it was a letdown to most people because he went from here chasing Roman Reigns. His mission statement was, I'm going to kill everyone who's associated with Roman Reigns, to what happened to that story, man? How come no one's bringing that up? Triple H dropped that story. All right. We thought it was going to be Drew versus Roman, but here we are. I think Drew has to win this match. He loses all the time. Damian Priest, I like him. I really, really like him. I want him to be successful. I want him to be in the main event at all times. I think he's an interesting character, but I think Drew is just a better wrestler, better overall person, in the ring, outside the ring, has in the promo skills. So I'm going Drew McIntyre, confidence level of a 7.
Okay. On this one, I don't really know a whole lot about this feud. This is another one that I didn't really know a ton about it, kind of like some of the other ones. I haven't been keeping up with this story between Drew and Damian Priest, but I'm not a big Damian Priest guy. You're a big Damian Priest guy? I'm not. I don't know. He just doesn't move the needle for me, and I couldn't tell you why. He's kind of like, what was that other guy that you were obsessed with? The lone wolf guy that you
Baron
love, Baron
Corbin.
Corbin. He's
Love
like a
him.
Baron Corbin for me. He just doesn't move the needle, and I just don't know why. But it's WrestleMania. I still feel like maybe there's just a little shred of trying to make up his WrestleMania moment, although that was not their fault, but in front of an empty crowd. So I'm going to take Drew, and this is my number 14. I'm taking Drew. I just don't see.
That's your highest.
That's my highest.
All right.
It was between that one and the Jacob Fatu one, but I just decided to go with Drew.
All right.
I don't know. What do we get from a Damian Priest win? Like, it's just not exciting.
To you, but to other people. Clutch, I'll say you.
I think Drew is owed this win, so I kind of like let that out of the bag first. I think Drew's gonna win. He's been doing such great job with CM Punk and other feuds, like going back to like past last year with Roman Reigns, starting at Clash of the Castle, and he's just been too good, and he hasn't gotten his like proper moment. He won the title for like 5 minutes and then lost it to Priest. We come back full circle. Drew beats Priest, the guy who took the title away from him, and I have that at a confidence level of 9.
9. You got Drew and a confidence level 9. I like it, man. See, we all on the same situation. Watch Priest win. I wouldn't be mad if Priest won. By the way, I think it'd be decent. This is probably going to be the match of the night. I think this is going to be the match of the night just because of the people involved. Braun Breaker, Dominic Mysterio, Penta, and Finn Balor. I don't think it could fail. I would love, Paul, Triple H, if you're hearing me, any producer in the back, just go, hey guys, you guys watch AEW, right? Yeah, we watch AEW. Yeah, of course you guys do, right? Everyone does. It's a great show. Do what they do. Let's just have fun. Let's speedball it up. Let's throw in like this. You know what? Finn Balor, do whatever you did over there, overseas, New Japan, all that fun stuff. Penta, do what you did in AEW. Dom, try your best. And Braun, just spear the hell out of everybody. like I would love. I don't care about story in this match. You don't need to sell a story. You don't need to like, oh, my arms. I want to see flips. I want to see spears. I want to see tables. Like, I want the full AEW experience in this match. And I feel like we can get that. I really do. And I do think the winner of this match and new Intercontinental Champion, the man that pulls them all, the guy with the biggest in the whole match, Dominic Mysterio, I think he walks away as your champion. I'm going confidence level 8 in this one. I love it. I think you have to. He's ready. I'm going to go with Chris first in this one.
Okay. I do think this match has a lot of opportunity to be a fun match. I'm interested to see the dynamic within the match between Finn and Dominic, though. I know you said you don't care about story, but I'm interested to see how does that work. Is it 2-on-2? Do they start to turn on each other? And then again, looking at who has what to gain coming out of it, I feel like this is Braun Breaker's time to maybe take that next step. And in order to take that next step, you have to drop the mid-card title. So I think he does lose the title, but just so that he can start making that step to go on to bigger things. Because he seems, I know whenever Vince took over NXT, that was kind of his pet project in NXT was Braun Breaker. But like watching him more and more, I'm like, he deserves it. He's an exciting person to watch. I love watching him. He's got the look. So I think he moves on after this to bigger things. I also think we have a new champion. But for me, the new champion is the guy that, as I was watching Raw, I'm just watching Raw from, I finished it up today. Who's the guy that's really selling a lot of merchandise right now for them? It's Penta.
Oh, yeah.
Within this match, it's
Okay,
Penta. like you look at it now, and like when he was coming out, and he's doing his version of the high five, he's hitting up all these people right there, and they all have on lucha mask. A lot of them with his lucha mask on. And what do they normally do if you sell a lot of merch? They usually reward you with a title. They've been building him up. He's only had the one loss so far. I think they just want to keep pushing him and build off of what they've gotten already, because there's been a ton of excitement, and I'm glad to see. Remember, we were worried it was going to wear off after a couple weeks. I'm glad to see that it hasn't, though. So keep pushing them, give them the title, let them have that for a bit. And it also, Josh, I just want to make sure you're okay. It looks like your background is now almost on fire.
The sun is down, and so after the show, when I go on Justin's show, I have to get another light. I thought these lights would be sufficient. Clearly, I was.
Is it just overhead lights?
No, I have 2 ring lights, literally 2 in front of me right now. And
okay. Because
that just did something.
I've got 1 ring light, and the main light in my in this room, I forgot to change it out today. It burnt out, so I just have 1 ring light right now. That's it.
Look at you! Look at you! Just want to make everyone aware. Chris picked the luchador stick together. What was that confidence level?
11.
All right, Clutch. I know it's your boy Braun. I know you love Dom. I know you love Penta. I don't know how you feel about Balor. Where are we going
I love
here?
Finn.
Okay.
So I think this is the very rare match for me where I would be just fine with anybody winning this match. And I think anybody would do well with the title. Which makes it very hard for me, which is why my confidence level is going to be low. It's going to be at a 2. And just so we can all be a little bit different, I have and still Braun Breaker. I think he's been awesome. I think there's still more meat left on the bone on this title reign. He's been destroying people, but I think this match is going to be great. It's going to probably, like you said, potential to be match of the night, match of the weekend. There's going to be this cool spot that I have in my head that I hope happens where Penta can leapfrog a spear into a destroyer and do some crazy shit. Sorry, Bobby. And it's going to be great. But I think at the end of the day, Braun is going to retain.
So mid-spear, Penta jumps it, locks his legs perfectly around his torso, and then he switches momentum. Boom. Canadian destroyer.
I don't know how it works logically, but it's going to be cool.
Because what is it? Braun's going to be trying to spear both Penta and Finn, and he's going to jump over him and then hit Dominic with he's going to hit Dominic with his move, and then Braun Breaker is going to keep going through with the spear with his move. I can see it happening.
If there was a spot where Dominic Mysterio is doing the 619, the guy moves out of the way and Braun spears Dominic as he's coming around the 619 somehow, that'd be dope. I'm just saying. If you guys I'm telling you, AEW this mother effer up. Let's go full in, full. Yep. Everyone gets color. Everyone's doing. I'll even be fine if Finn and Penta just do Canadian destroyers to each other back to back to back. I would be fine with that for at least a little bit. All right, but just none of this chest slapping, slap me, I slap you. I'm not into that. But flips, I'm cool with. 2 more matches left. 2 title matches left. We're going to start with, of course, the women's triple threat. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair. I heard an interesting fact where Rhea Ripley, this is her 6th WrestleMania, and every single match she's ever had at WrestleMania is for a title, which is crazy. So I've started off every single time. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know who's winning this match. I keep on switching back and forth. My confidence remains the same because I'm saving one for the main event. I don't know who I'm going with, so I want you to go first, Clutch, because I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I don't know either, because you can make a case for everybody again. I think you can make least of a case for Rhea, because I don't think it makes sense right now. So it's really between Bianca and Io. The build for this match has put Io always as the afterthought, I think. And she's always at the end maybe done a little something to remind people, hey, I'm the champion. But I think it needs a little bit more. And I think Io retains her title. I think Bianca gets close, but not quite there yet. And yeah, I think Io wins this match, and I'll give it a confidence level of 5.
C5 for the Io Sky. Chris, again, I don't know. He didn't sell me, so I want you to tell me who's going to win, and maybe I'll cheat off of you. I really don't know.
I know, like you've been doing all night.
Oh,
I'm just going to keep it going. I'm glad you finally admitted to it. That's good. So I've been looking at like what is the story for this match, and Clutch touched on it a little bit. It's been about Rhea and Bianca, and Io's kind of off to the side. They keep forgetting about her. Coming out of WrestleMania, what do we see if each person wins? Where does the story go? It's hard to make a story for Rhea coming out of this. You could maybe make some story with Bianca carrying over with the Jade stuff and Naomi. But I think they've just been setting it up for Io Sky. Like there's going to be the feud between Rhea and Bianca, and they're going to forget about Io, and she's going to sneak in and steal a win. And I think it's going to lead to, because again, we thought we were getting in the beginning Rhea and Bianca, and we were excited about that. I still want that match. I want one-on-one Rhea and Bianca. And I think maybe the story within the match is that somehow them being so focused on one another, they get mad at each other post-match, like, hey, you cost the match. No, you cost me this match. So that they have a story coming out of WrestleMania to where they can keep going. And then Io can move on to someone else, and she's got something there because she's got the title. So she's got her next challenger there. And that's where each of the three head off after WrestleMania. So I also have Io Sky. But again, it's hard with a triple threat. So I only have a confidence level of 6 on this match.
You going Io Sky 6?
Io Sky 6.
All right.
Very
so I guess
close to
I'm
clutch there.
I guess I'm gonna. This is where it's also gonna make or break me because I cannot get off of Bianca. Someone said in the chat, Rhea's getting stale. I can agree with that. I'm kind of over her at the moment. Not saying that she's done forever, but I'm kind of over her at the moment. Io Sky, I'm not buying this babyface gimmick. I'm the champion. I'm not gonna do her accent because I'm not a dirtbag. But just that's all she does. She comes out. I'm the champion. I'm the women's world champion. I get pie face, and then I get the upper hand. I don't like that Io. I'm over it. I like heel champions, and I like heels. And we have not seen Bianca Belair as a heel since I don't think NXT. Since I really don't know if she's ever been a heel on the main roster. I can't remember it. And I'm over the twirling hair and the skipping down the damn aisle. No matter what happens to her, she's always doing it. The way they're doing with Jay right now, how he's serious, that's how she should be sometimes. And I'm over her skipping. I'm over it. Let's put the title on her. Let's get her cocky. Let's get her the EST. Because the EST, you shouldn't be going, I'm the EST and being a babyface. No. When you constantly tell people you're the best, you're a piece of crap, and you're a heel. So what are we doing here? Let's turn her heel. Let's give her the championship. Let's see this run. Because we have not seen a heel Bianca as champion ever. So let's see it. I'm into it. But I'd be okay if Io won. Like, I'm not going to lie. She's awesome. But I want to see Bianca win. And I want it to be different. So that's where I'm going there.
And
I think
what's
we'd
your
all be
number?
happy. We'd 9. Sorry, confidence
9?
level 9.
Okay.
Yeah. I only have one number left, and that's 11. And we're just going to get there. Cody Rhodes. It's been fun, Cody. It's been a ride, right? You had a lot of opponents. You faced Logan Paul, right? You faced AJ Styles. You got in the ring with Roman. You did all these fun things. It's been a great year. Honestly, you achieved your dream. You went from undesirable to undeniable. You did everything. But your time is up. And John Cena's time is now. I did not rehearse that. And I do think John Cena, I did not. Smooth.
It's
Chris.
totally scripted. It's totally in the script. I got a copy of the script here, guys. That was in it. Don't let him fool you.
I think John has to, because if you turn him heel for him to lose, what was the whole point of any of this? John Cena has to win this title. Confidence level 11. I'm more interested to see what happens afterwards. Does he take the title and go home? Do they have a tournament to give a new championship to somebody else? Because he said he was going to do that. And then do we see, which is my major prediction, the fake champion CM Punk versus the real champion John Cena? And we have a mismatch of what we had way back in the day. And we have CM Punk because he did it. He tried to do it in AEW. He tried to do it in AEW. I want to see him do it again, but John has to come out with a velvet bag and not tell anyone what's in it, like CM Punk did in AEW. So that's my prediction. John Cena wins, goes home, comes back at SummerSlam to fight CM Punk.
All right.
Clutch. I'll say you. Sorry, Chris. I don't want you to steal my stuff.
I'll keep this simple for that. I think it's going to be Cena, and I'll say why, because I don't think you can get the biggest heel turn of our generation, kind of, and end it with a loss at WrestleMania. There needs to be a purpose. You don't align yourself with The Rock and just lose. I don't think it makes sense for the story. I don't think it would make sense at all, because plus the last time we saw them together in the ring, I think Cody got the upper hand. So if you take stock into that, Cena's up next for the win here. But yeah, I keep going. You just don't go against the biggest heel turn of our generation and then just be like, nah, we're going with Cody. And so yeah, I'm picking Cena. And I'll give it a confidence level of 17 for 17-time champion. No. I would have given it 14, but for the same reasons that you gave for Charlotte, just because it's Cody, I took a little bit of points off of it.
Okay.
And I got Cena with confidence level 12.
I like it. So I'm assuming we're all going to sweep here, Chris. So I don't know your last confidence number. I haven't been keeping track of y'all's. So tell me why John Cena's winning this match.
I was wondering. I thought you were marking down all of ours. Were you just marking down our
No,
winners?
I have everyone's like numbers, but I have my confidence points that I was keeping track of. I didn't know what you had left over. That's all.
Oh, okay.
But I'm writing them all down.
So what I have left over is 9. That's what's
Okay.
left over for me. Yeah, like I said, Cody's been a feel-good story. It was great. The chase was great for 2 years or a year and a half, whatever it was. It was fun. But if we're bringing Cena back, we made such a big deal about it. It's all for if Cena loses, what does he do after this? It kind of makes the rest of his run feel like, well, why is he here? I'm gonna go with Cena. I don't know that he's gonna just take the belt and leave, and then that be that. Or maybe maybe they'll tease that for a little bit. Maybe someone calls him out.
That's what he said.
I know. That's what he's saying. But are they really going to do that? Is that going to be the end? He wins, and then that's it for the final year. He's here for a couple of months and then leaves, and then cuts it short. That would be kind of odd for them to just cut it short like that. So I think he's gonna use this time. You remember his run with the US title?
Mm-hmm.
The Open Challenge. Man, he put so many people over. Even in beating them, he made so many people look good. That's just the direction I feel like they're going to go. A lot of people are going to be coming after him, and I think they'll use whatever his final match is to try and finally put somebody over in a real big way to give them the title. I don't know who, I don't know who it's going to be yet. I don't even know if they know who it's going to be, but I think Cena is going to win, and then he's going to put on one final show. One final showing over the next year or however much time he's got left. What, 9 months, 8 months?
Mm-hmm.
But it's got to be Cena, because what are we doing with Cody? Like, where does Cody go next? People are going to take it away from him now before, people like really start turning against him for still being the champion.
So you're going confidence level 9, John Cena.
John Cena. Cena for the sweep.
Perfect. I do want to say a couple more things before we do wrap this up. I know we're going long, and thanks everyone for staying. This is like one of our highest viewed shows. I'm sorry I'm fading away again. I'll fix my lighting for Justin's show, and I got 30 minutes to prepare for that. How awesome and iconic would it be is if Cena did that, took it home like he said, and they can make a toy or a secondary championship for somebody else, and CM Punk does win it. He beats whoever in the tournament. Whatever pay-per-view it may be, don't know. I have no idea, right? But he holds the championship. He finally wins the WWE championship after so many years, whatever. And then we hear Cena's music. And then we finally get what we want. We want these big matches. We want Cena versus big guys. How interesting. Like, the tables have turned. We've gone full circle.
Yep.
That'd be just so perfect. And man, it's right there. It's right there. And I hope they do. I really hope they do it, because even if it's right there and predictable, it'd be the biggest feud of the year
Mm-hmm.
by far. So
That's one of those times where predictable is good.
and I just hope there's so many matches. Backlash is in St. Louis. It could easily be Randy Orton, right? Like off the bat of his first defense, if they go that route. I don't know. It's just what a time to be a wrestling fan, man. Clutch, you got any lasting words before we get out of here?
No, I just really to piggyback off what you said. I think
Okay.
Cena's heel run as champion would be really, really good. Just like you can play back the hits, like you said, Punk, Orton, like play back the hits from back in the day with the twist of Cena being the heel here, and I think it would just make for good TV all around. And St. Louis, that would actually make sense. Like Randy as the big time babyface in his hometown against heel Cena would be an amazing match, I think, and just for the environment alone. And I'm looking forward to see what can happen in that situation with Cena as a heel champion.
Yeah, and Chris posed the question, what do we do with Cody? We still got a Rock problem. They have 2 nights of SummerSlam. Why are we saving Rock and Cody for night 1 of SummerSlam? Right? Like,
Yep.
there's so many things that are left unsaid. But we're gonna get out of here. I'm going to be back on YouTube somewhere with Justin Toner talking more WrestleMania. I will not change my answers, Justin, and all of you people that come over to watch that stream. I will be a straight up honest person and not change any of these answers. That's what I am, Chris. Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look.
The ultimate heel. Yeah, okay. Don't believe him.
We will be live, no holds barred, on Saturday and Sunday for the pre-shows of WrestleMania. We'll be going live before the show, so make sure you put that alert button on for Finn's Talks Network. Sorry, I'm losing it right now. Finn's Talks Sports Network. Clutch, you have an open invitation. Chris, I know you're popular. You'll be out in Ybor eating your tacos, so I know you won't be there, but you have an open invitation as well. Make sure you watch those shows, turn on notifications. Until next week, we'll be breaking down the results of WrestleMania, the outcomes, the aftermath, and of course, the Raw after Mania. We're going to get a good one this year. I feel it.
That's what I was about to say. I hope this is the year we finally get a good one.
Yes.
It's been years in the making.
But peace out, guys. DSG label. Stop being a hater, bro. Cena's a champ, bro. Face it. Peace out.